Welcome back, everybody. Orchestrated Sports here with Ian Martinez. Thursday Night Football, Week 5, Rams versus Seahawks film breakdown. As the Rams and Seahawks felt like they both needed a win this night. So what happened this game? Why did things happen the way they did? Well, I'm going to break down the top 4 plays of the game, starting with this play right here. So here we are. Seattle's in a 4th and short situation, and they're in their jumbo set formation. And for those who don't know, the jumbo set can be referred to any type of formation that involves 2 or more tight ends or run first kind of personnel. So as you can see here, we got 1 tight end, 2 tight ends, 3 tight ends. So that's what makes it a jumbo set. Now, what they decide to do on this play to try to pick up this first down, which they only need a yard, they're going to run a zone play to the left of the running back. Boom. And everyone's going to zone block. Zone. To the left. But foolishly, they do not double team Aaron Donald on this run play. They leave the left guard one-on-one with Donald right there. And Aaron Donald completely controls the line of scrimmage, meaning he squares up the guard and absolutely holds down the fort, which leaves the running back nowhere to run to as we let this thing go here. See the run zone, and then right here, you can see one-on-one Aaron Donald with the guard. That's probably the worst spot to run to, and if you are going to run to Aaron Donald's side on a 4th and short, you got to double team him. But Seattle did not on this play, whether it was by design or somebody screwed up. It didn't happen. And as you can see here, Donald controls it completely. The guard gets no push. The running back Collins has to cut back. As you can see, Taylor Rapp is filling in nicely. Donald is holding it down and controlling the gap. And this thing gets blown up. Look at that. Nowhere to run. Donald starts to bench press the guard backwards, and everybody else does a dang good job rallying to the football, and Seattle does not get it. Just a ridiculous job by Aaron Donald, and that's why he's one of the best players in the league. I mean, again, one more time. Controls it, bench presses him, and then everyone just plays great football at the end there. So later in the game here, the Seahawks score on this play. And what do they run? Well, on the outside here, they run a curl. They have an in to the flats. Collins out of the backfield, running to the flats there. And the main guy who is going to get thrown to here is DK Metcalf running a post. All right. So that's what the Seahawks are doing. And they end up scoring right there to DK. But how does that happen? Well, it's all what the Rams are doing on defense. So they're playing a cover 3 switch. Now, for those who don't know, cover 3 is when there's 3 people designated to cover deep. That's what makes it cover 3, because of the 3. So what the switch is that, as you can see here, here's Jordan Fuller, one of the safeties, and Taylor Rapp, the other safety. And then at the bottom is Jalen Ramsey. And right here is David Long. And right here is Robert Rochelle. Now, the switch is coming from Jordan Fuller and Jalen Ramsey. So what's going to happen here is that usually in a cover 3, both safeties would have deep. And then maybe another corner is somebody else. But the switch is coming from Jalen's going to be covering deep. Fuller's going to be covering underneath. And then deep, with everybody else playing zone and rushing. And then, actually, Robert Rochelle is the only one playing man right there. So they're just doing an interesting kind of dual concept here with the cover 3 switch. All right. So what happens is because Jalen here at the bottom is playing really far off from DK Metcalf here. So they're playing a very, what you call soft coverage. Soft meaning you're not playing close to the receiver. They're playing very soft here, which allows DK Metcalf to get enough separation once he breaks on his post route. And then Russell Wilson, just being a top 10 quarterback, just fits this thing right in. So we let this thing go here. As you can see, there's the switch. Jalen's getting deep, and then Fuller's going underneath. And everybody else is playing, their zones. So there's the switch that I said. Okay. But because Jalen is playing soft coverage right here, when DK breaks, look at that. There's that separation right there. And Russell sees it. Boom. As you can see, he's already launching the ball. And that's it. Metcalf catches it, and he just powers his way into the end zone. So because it was just the right play call at the right time against what the Rams were doing, again, they were playing cover 3, but they were playing it soft. They weren't close to the receivers when they first lined up, and Metcalf just got that separation right there. And that was an easy pitch and catch for Metcalf and Wilson. Sometimes you get lucky with your play calls. Sometimes you don't on defense. And this time they didn't get lucky. So later in the game, the Rams need a spark. They need something to go right after Stafford was missing some passes, being a little bit off. And, well, they get that here from historical deep threat Deshaun Jackson. And, well, the throw wasn't even good. But it still got completed and still was a mega monster gain. So what were the Rams running here? Well, we'll start at the bottom here. Robert Woods was running a deep in. Cooper Kupp was running a deep crossing route. Tyler Higbee here was running a curl. And Deshaun Jackson was running a streak, or some people like to call a go route. Now, what were the Seahawks doing on this? Well, they were running something you might be hearing a lot in NFL circles or NFL videos about two-man. They're running two-man. Well, what is two-man? Two-man coverage basically means there's two safeties or two people, whoever that is, guarding everything deep, and everybody else is in man-to-man coverage. So we have man, and then one safety deep this way, and then Quandre Diggs deep that way. So that's two-man, and obviously man with the running back there. That is what the Seahawks are doing. And, well, Deshaun, again, is running that streak at the top of the screen, and he absolutely just torches the corner, even though the corners here on the outside are playing very soft, as you can see, soft coverage, meaning they're playing very far away from the receivers. So as we let this thing go here, boom, you see the routes happening. And Deshaun's, he's running wide open, dude. And the thing is here that if Stafford lays it out, let's just say there, because I can't draw any further at this, freeze frame, that's probably a touchdown. Because you can see Jamal Adams really isn't paying attention to Jackson. He has his eyes tunnel vision at Stafford, looking in the backfield. And again, with the corner right here, getting beat pretty bad. So Stafford doesn't throw it in that original X that I drew. He underthrows Deshaun Jackson again in the second consecutive game. But Deshaun just being the monster that he is. And again, look at, if Jackson is able to run underneath it, I think that's a touchdown. But as you see, Stafford's throwing it. Being a deep ball receiver, being a deep ball threat is not just about, hey, who runs the fastest? Who runs a 4-4, 4-5, 4-3? It's not about that. We've seen plenty of guys in the league come in here in the NFL and not be able to catch the deep ball. But what separates Deshaun Jackson and many other legit deep ball threats is you have to be able to track the football in the air when it's coming down and those rainbow balls. The 40, the 50-yard passes. You got to be able to see it, track it, run underneath it, and catch the thing. And a lot of guys can't do that just because, again, just because you're fast doesn't mean you can do that. So as we can see here, as I let this thing go, it's underthrown. The pass is completely underthrown. And Deshaun, being that legit deep ball tracker that he's been his entire career, finds it, tracks it, and is able to get it. Boom. But the crazy thing here is Jamal Adams probably should have intercepted this, but he doesn't find it. He was not able to track the football. So you can see here, Deshaun just being that amazing deep threat, sees it, tracks it, catches it in between the safety and the corner, and then runs around a little bit and makes this an even more incredible gain. So this is all Deshaun Jackson, and obviously Stafford's got to make the throw, no doubt. But Stafford completely underthrows it, but Deshaun, just being the special talent he is at catching deep passes, tracks it, snags it, and turns this into an insanely much needed play. And this should have been intercepted, but Deshaun Jackson, he's that dude. So after the Rams score a touchdown earlier on the previous drive, here they are again knocking on the door in the red zone. And it's just the perfect play to beat what Seattle's doing on defense. So what is Seattle doing on defense? Well, they're running an all-out blitz and leaving everybody else in man-to-man coverage. So we got man on the outside, man, with the safety overseeing everything up top. And then the key to all this and who gets got on this is Jamal Adams in man-to-man coverage with Tyler Higbee, the tight end. So that's what's going on defense. Offensively, this is what the Rams are running. So starting at the bottom, Van Jefferson's running a curl. Woods is running a streak. Sony Michel's running to the flats. Cooper Kupp is running an out. And Tyler Higbee is running a corner route. And Tyler gets open and gets pretty dang wide open, if you ask me. As wide open as you could possibly be when somebody's guarding you. So again, the main guy who gets caught up here is Jamal Adams. And everybody else is in man and zone. Along with just an all-out blitz by everybody. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, a 5-man rush. And Stafford just sees it, finds the open guy immediately, and just throws a nice ball to Tyler Higbee here. So we let this thing go. Boom. And look at the separation that Jamal Adams and Tyler Higbee have in between each other. It's too much for man coverage. If Higbee wanted to break inside, he would be open. If he wanted to break back, he would be open. And obviously he runs the corner and breaks to the pylon, and he's open. It's just not a good enough job by Jamal in this man coverage. And he gets got. Boom. Throw it. Easy touchdown. So let this thing go here. It just starts with alignment. Obviously Jamal's playing safety. He doesn't want to give away too much what he's doing, but when you have all these guys lined up at the line of scrimmage and coming, you know it's going to be a blitz, most likely. But Jamal's not known for being a good pass defender, to be honest with you. And Stafford finds the weakest link in pass defense and hits Tyler Higbee. But again, it would have helped if Jamal was a little bit closer. But again, he's playing a soft man coverage, which you can't do against these Rams pass catchers. And he gets got. Good throw by Stafford. Right play at the right time for the Rams. Touchdown. At the end of the day here, the Rams just executed when it was needed in critical situations to separate themselves to get the win. It's as simple as that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time here on Orchestrated Sports with Ian Martinez. Stay safe.